So they cleared out all the pro-Israel guys. Okay, they cleared that section out, but the deadline for the pro-Hamas to move their encampment out has come and gone. So they're still camping out this big, huge. They're getting free camping. I'm thinking about just going
Yeah.
down there and
Yeah.
taking my family down, pitching a big family tent, and just barbecue and. Hello, welcome to Texas Tough Chicks. I'm Gwen and this is Viv, and we're glad you're here. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back for your poison, we're glad you're back. And we had to do, sorry, we missed you this weekend, but we had to come back and do something on this stupid, I'd say, pasty white spoiled child. What would you call it? Protests? They're not really protests. They're just like pro-Hamas rallies.
They're
like
meltdowns.
Riots, camp-ins, free camping on beautiful lawns. I mean, I'm going to take my family down with a big family tent. We're going to pitch a tent. We're going to get some barbecue. Honestly, I think people just need to do that. We just need to all go down there and say, oh, it's free camping. Cool.
Right.
We could party all night long and destroy things. And awesome. No one does anything. That is amazing. Let's take our families down there. Free camping. I bet they're even supplying those like honey bucket or those porta potties.
They supplied them with tents. That's one thing I found out. Yes, I saw a photograph, and I think it was Colombia, and it showed this whole, sea of tents. They were all exactly the same. They looked brand new, and they did say that, probably.
So go get your free tent. Tell them, just lie and say I'm pro Hamas. They'll give you the brand new tent. They'll give you a nice little camping spot for free. Then you just don't talk to anyone. You pretend like you don't speak English. And then you could just camp for free. How awesome is that? We're due. I want to know where the CMAs are, the Christian Motorcycle Association, big burly dudes. I don't understand why they're not just showing up at these places and just standing there and just intimidating. Because these are little pasty white children. These are little children. If you look at the crowd, one, I'd say somewhat melanin skinned person to 9 pasty white redheaded mostly little girls. They're like mostly 18-year-old girls. Now you could tell they were the children who rolled on the ground screaming and throwing a fit, and everyone in the store just kind of circled them and went, I don't know what to do. I wish that parent would do something. And this is the same child that's just like, I need my attention. I need my attention. I have no idea what I'm protesting about. And we're all just still standing there going, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know.
I am too. And there's one thing I just saw on somebody sent me, and they were talking about the very fact that these children, they really are children.
Yeah, they're children.
So they don't have the life experience, the social skills, or anything. They've been sheltered all the way through public schools, with the me first trophy for everybody, stuff like that. And now they think that they can go out there and flex their muscle, but they don't have any muscle because they don't have any experience. And I got so mad.
They've got they got their cameras on their phones.
Yeah, but
that's what they use as a weapon. Like literally.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and they scream and they scream and they scream, but
icky little voices. Like they're screechy little spoiled child.
And they don't even know what they're talking about. There was I saw a clip, and it was a guy and a girl from some other place that had another campus someplace that had gone to New York, NYU, I think it was, when they were doing their little protest. And they said, well, we're here to support our friends. They called us and said to come. And the interviewer, the reporter said, well, what is this about? We don't know. They just asked us to come. Oh my gosh. And they said,
well, that's okay. That's the Columbia thing over the weekend, the Columbia University protests. They were given multiple deadlines to get off of the campus. So now the deadline is passed, and they call up their little buddies to circle them. So you have like this extra layer. Then this is what threw me over the top, where I was screaming, and my poor husband, I was so pissed at this. The faculty at Columbia got in their little vests, their little orange vests.
Yes.
And they had their Their N95 masks on.
Oh,
Like, what
yes.
the hell? Why? Okay, why are you out there? Number one, they're destroying your university. And
Right,
a lot of these people that are here are not even your students. So you're supporting
right.
non-students that come onto the
Mhm,
university and disregard like the rules and
mhm.
destroy property. Okay,
Right.
okay. They went into the building. I just found out to this morning. They went into a
Yep,
building, destroyed it. Okay.
yep, yep.
So these faculty, these idiots, and I'm going like, why are they wearing the orange vest? Because if they're standing there together, I mean, it's obviously they're faculty, right?
Mhm,
I mean, they're
mhm.
they're adults because you don't see other adults around there, right? Hmm. They are afraid of their own students. That's why they're all
Oh,
wearing the
yeah.
orange vest.
Mhm.
Because
Yep.
if they identify themselves as being supportive, right? So
Mhm,
by
mhm.
just sight, then they don't have to worry about their own safety. They're afraid of their own freaking students. And you know
Right.
what? They're the problem.
Yep.
They're the ones who have brainwashed these children to
Yes, they have.
remain in childhood and not grow up and
Yep.
be adults.
Mm-mm.
This is ridiculous.
It is.
Absolutely
It
asinine.
is.
Why
Yep.
are we tolerating this? And guess what? They're the minority. So if you believe in democracy, which we are not a democracy country, we're a
We're not.
republic,
That's
we
right.
have representation. Okay, if
Mhm,
you believe in democracy, though, all these liberals, you idiots, you little children out there,
mhm.
democracy, you're a minority. The
Right.
majority doesn't agree with you.
Mm-mm.
Majority rules in a democracy.
Right.
We're done. We're done
Yep.
with this.
Right.
Please, 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 please. If you're close to one of these universities and you're pro Israel and you're against Hamas, if you're against that and you're pro Israel and what they're doing to defend their right to exist, please
Mhm.
just show up. You don't have to intermingle, you don't have to say anything. Show up in solidarity. Get
Yep.
these students that are Jewish that are being blocked from going into the building.
Mhm.
Escort them with your
Yes.
cameras rolling. Get
Right.
your get all your conservative media down there to help get this out because
Mhm.
this is like basically like when the blacks were being integrated into the school systems and whites were stopping them from going in. This is
Mhm.
solely based on race,
Mhm.
and they're
It
blocking
is.
students from going in. And I tell
Yep.
you what, some of these Jewish students, they are freaking brave because there's
They
hundreds,
are.
if not 1,000 kids surrounding them,
Mhm.
and they're still standing firm.
Right.
And there's a, oh gosh, what is it called? There's a group right now that is kind of taking this up. They're called Israel is Bulletproof or something like that.
Oh,
I
I
can't
don't know.
remember. I'll try and put it in the descriptions if I can find it. And
Okay.
just support them. I mean, we need to help them. We need to
Right.
help the Jewish students should have a right to education. This is
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
Why are we tolerating this? Why? Because they're spoiled children and we have a culture full of spoiled children that we don't know what to
Yep.
do with. And these are the
Yep.
same
Yep.
kids. Someone pointed out this is finals week.
Yep.
These last couple of weeks, finals week. What the
Mhm.
hell is going on? Well, how
I
are
feel
they not going to attending classes?
Well, the stuff that I heard was number one. There's, I think Columbia was one that said that they're telling them all to finish out the semester off campus, virtually. And I went, if I was a parent, I'd say BS on that. I
Yeah,
paid a lot of money for this semester. Give me my money back because you just destroyed the semester.
right.
And I
Oh, I
and then I've
guarantee you,
heard,
all those faculty members were giving passes without
oh yeah,
making their students do finals. How much you want
right,
to bet? And
yeah,
that,
okay,
okay,
and
good luck with that in our
yeah,
culture.
so they get a grade for doing nothing, and then they
Right.
get out in society and they can't perform anyway, and then they want their student loans forgiven because they've been through
Oh,
so much hell.
absolutely, they
I felt
should.
sorry. There was one girl in particular I heard about was she was in high school in 2020. It was her senior year, so she did not get to have graduation exercises from high
Oh, yeah.
school.
Mhm.
Here she is 4 years later. She's supposed to graduate from college and she's being denied that experience in college. So twice she's been denied just, cap and gown, walk across the stage, get your diploma. So she's really bummed.
Because of the protests or what? Do you know
Yes,
why?
because of the protest, because they said they would not
Wow.
have graduation exercises. And I went, have it someplace else. Don't have it on campus. Pull it off and put it at the
Right.
convention center. Talking about money, those universities have more money than our government
Oh, I
does.
hope they don't now.
Well,
Oh my goodness. If you are Jewish, pull all of your money from these
yep,
universities.
yep. And
Every
when
bit of it. And if you're in Congress and you're a senator, we need to
defund
start
them,
defunding these racist, hateful pieces of garbage institutions that we
There's
have
no
that are
reason
producing spoiled children.
it's
They're not
there's no
producing
reason
anyone.
why are we supporting them at all? Because a lot of these universities, these big universities like this, have huge endowments, multi-million-dollar endowments, and yet they still raise the rate, the tuition. They do all this stuff, and they get government money. Cut it, just cut it. There's so many things we've got to cut the cord on. And I think it was Mark Levin was talking about, he has some footage from when all that was going on, October 7th. And he's trying to get the rights to actually release that footage to show. He goes, it will sear your brain forever.
Yeah.
He goes, but they
Mhm.
need to, this needs to be out there because people, the idiots, the young idiots who are supporting Hamas and saying, from the river to the sea and two-state solution and all that stuff, he goes, they have no idea. They have no idea what they're supporting. And he
That's
said,
right.
that was inhumane brutality of the worst degree. And he said, until there's honesty about that, he said,
I can't watch it. I believe
can't.
every word I've heard from it. The few things that I've seen, I have nightmares. I have nightmares about it. I do. I can't watch the whole thing. There's one of the campuses is actually someone has put up a humongous screen and playing that video right there where the protesters are.
Well, good.
So you can't say you don't know about it. You can't say, oh, well, that's a lie. That was from their own footage. That footage was not from anyone else. That was from Hamas's footage. So we were talking to some friends and some of these ideas, I got to tell you, some of these great ideas. I already said the fart spray is great. They were using bear spray. I think on the pro Hamas side was bear spraying people. That's dangerous. If someone gets blinded, becomes violently ill, you are going to be liable for that. You will have to take up the cost of that. But fart spray, non-toxic, just going to make them sick. Okay, and then the other thing was I thought was really good, air horns. Take air horns with you because part of their thing is they love to scream. They love to scream their little chants every time they open their mouth. Meh, meh. They're really cheap. You can buy them on Amazon. Grab the air horns. Do this. Why these campuses aren't blasting out music like overnight? Don't let them sleep. Why would you let them sleep?
Right.
Make it okay. This is the reality with human beings. Behavior doesn't stop until it becomes uncomfortable for you. Right. You have to make it uncomfortable. Doesn't mean you kill someone, doesn't mean you hurt someone. You make them uncomfortable. If they can't sleep because you're blasting patriotic music all night long, our military does it all the time. Blast that music so loud that they can't hear each other talking. On your campus, you can angle it to where it doesn't even affect anyone around you because you make that sound come into one point, which is right where their camp is. And then, make it inconvenient for them. You've made it so freaking convenient that they can just stay there, right? They good ideas.
I heard at UT that they had, they did a bunch of arrests. I think UT was the first place that they just said, hey, we're not having this. And they actually went in and arrested a bunch of them. And it turned out that most of them were not from the campus.
Right.
They were instigators. They were there.
It's like 70% of them or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, those people need to stay in jail. They shouldn't.
And then, what percent of them are what do you call it? Like students from another country?
Oh, foreign exchange students.
Of the rest, foreign exchange students, or not exchange students, but like foreign students on a visa. How many of them? And get the freaking masks off.
Yeah.
You have your little like at the Dollar Tree little Hamas rag thing that you have on your head, and you can't see your face. Well, you're
right, exactly. That's
because all these people on the other side, they aren't wearing masks. They don't care. But you're trying to hide your identity.
That's the difference, though. They're little chickens. They got to hide their. That's the way it was, with the BLM riots and the all that stuff. What are they called? Antifa. They always are in black. They cover their faces. It's like, oh, if you're so tough, let me see your face. Let me see your face, you little weenie.
Yeah, and that's what I would say all the time. And you know what? I would film them. I would film every single face that I could get because you can, put that on social media. You've let it grow to such an extent that now it's a big problem. But if you would have nipped it in the butt from the beginning and you say, no, you open your mouth and you're a student here, you're expelled.
Right.
You are not going to be racist on this campus. That's not going to happen.
No, no, no. And you're not going to support people that are just inhuman,
Yeah.
you know,
No, you're not going to be a
vile.
rape apologist. You're
No.
apologizing. You're making an excuse for rape.
Hmm.
Really? This is all about attention. This is all
Right.
about our whole culture of children who didn't
And I'd
get,
like to.
never were trained to be human beings, never were
Mhm.
trained to grow up past 10 years old.
Right,
This is
right.
what this is all about. This is what we're experiencing right now in America.
Yeah. Yep. And
And
Hanoi
I
Jane
swear, if
got
we don't
people
get a
murdered.
handle on this, they're going to be making our laws. In
Yep.
about 10 years, they're making our
Yep.
laws.
Yep.
Good luck with that, America.
I know.
You have to get Texas tough. It's
Yes.
time to get Texas tough. It's time to stand with our Jewish neighbors. It's time to
Yes.
stand up against this Hamas idiocy that we've got going on. And we need to stand against these protesters. Don't be violent with them, but make it uncomfortable. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Right.
pray before I go crazy.
Okay.
Okay.